If you're in ecom, you will 100% recognize this. You make revenue, on your profit sheet you also make profit, but if you look at your bank account balance, you have no idea where all that profit is. This is a problem that most ecom guys have, and in this video I'm going to explain you exactly what the hidden costs are that will kill your ecom business if you're not aware of these and don't track these carefully. After this video you will know exactly what you need to track and also how to keep more profit into your own pockets. Let's go. So the problem is your ROAS is 3x, but your bank balance is empty. And here's where the money actually goes. First of all, the comparison. Most people are top line operators and they have literally a leaky bucket. They watch the ROAS and revenue daily, but never track their actual net margin. And actual is very important here. They assume that all payment fees are just part of doing business. They treat refunds and chargebacks as write-offs, but they never analyze them. They ignore reserves and currency loss until cash flow snaps, and they have no idea what the actual cost per order really is. The margin first operator is the more experienced operator, and they actually know what they keep into their pockets. They have a sealed bucket so it doesn't leak any profits. They build a real P&L sheet every week or every month, and they actually know the net margin per SKU and per provider. They map every payment fee, reserve and currency cost. The costs, refunds and chargebacks are correctly written down, and they compare providers by true cost, not advertised rates, and they scale only what's profitable after hidden costs are stripped out, instead of just based on the simple break-even ROAS. These are the 6 hidden costs that quietly drain your store. Number 1, refunds and chargebacks aren't free. Keep this in mind. A €70 refund costs more than €70. Stripe or PayPal or any provider you work with keep the processing fee that can be €2 to €4, and they usually eat return shipping as well. And you usually eat return shipping if that's in your policy. If you're not paying for your return shipping, you can leave this out of course. But chargebacks are even worse, because even when you win the chargeback, for example a PayPal or Stripe even charge you. So yeah, getting a chargeback instantly means that you lose money, and this is something most people don't even know. Then you have the Stripe reserves, for example, or the payment provider reserves, and this is literally a cash trap, because most people think, yeah, it's my money and I will get it eventually, and that's true most of the times if they don't hold your money for a while or close your account. But what you need to keep in mind is that it's so unbeneficial for your cash flow that can also eventually results in not being possible to scale or even pay your supplier if you have too much in reserve. So always monitor this as well. For example, if you did 100k, then Stripe can hold a 15 to 25k, and meanwhile you need that budget for your ads and for your supplier. So yeah, this can literally slow you down and eventually can make you lose money because you cannot scale or maintain the current revenue or current profit per day, which forces you to scale down, and also that's losing money because you cannot make the maximum profits with your store. Then we have number 3, and this is something that a lot of people don't track well, and here goes more money than you would think. SaaS stack creep. So Shopify, Klaviyo, Gorgias, Loop, Triple Wheel, Reconvert, Judge Me, Recharge, every app that you use, every platform, software that you use charges you money monthly. And a lot of people just take subscriptions as is nothing, and after a few months they even forget that they have subscription, don't even use the program, the software anymore. But of course this adds up over time. So if you're already 2-3 years in ecom with your business and you constantly take new subscriptions but you never check where you have the subscriptions, then it can literally add up, and that's just a waste of money. So always check this also once in a time. Then the MOQs, most dropshippers don't work with them, but once you have a brand or want to do product improvements or add own SKUs, of course you have your money in MOQs in stock, and this is literally locked cash. So always monitor, track this as well. Once you buy stock, track this well on the sheet, how much money you have still in stock, so you also know this for your cash flow situation, because then of course if you have stock you don't pay the cost of goods every day anymore because you already paid up front, but you need to manage and monitor this good, and also write this down good in a sheet so you actually know how much money you have in stock, and this is very important to manage your cash flow situation as well. Then we have number 5, and this is the currency conversion fees. If you sell abroad, for example in America, and you sell in US dollar, also depends on which payment provider you use, etc. of course, but a lot of people sell abroad in other countries than their original country, and they have different currencies. So then if you want to get paid out by, for example, payment provider, and you don't work with Shopify payments but with another provider, and they need to pay you out in your own currency, and then they apply a currency conversion fee. And this can really add up, of course, because it's literally the fee over your revenue. So let's say it's just 1.5 or 2%. Yeah, if you do big numbers, this can add up really, really fast. So always monitor this as well. Then we have cost 6, and it's the multi-provider fee chaos. Most of us run several providers also to have backups. And yeah, also realize that all these providers have like their own fees. So some have a flat fee plus a fee of a percentage of the revenue. Some have only a percentage of the revenue, but really know and make sure that you are very updated about the fee that the provider you use have and maintain, because yeah, this can add up really quick as well. And you need to write this down in your P&L sheet as well, of course, because this is literally 2 to 3% that goes from your revenue. This so automatically goes from your profit as well. Very important to realize. So after all, if you make like 100k in a month here, for example, and you add up all the costs that are going off, most people just track like the revenue. They don't even track the refunds sometimes, but let's say they track the refunds, the revenue, and the cost of goods and the ad spend, but they don't track the customer service. They don't track the subscriptions. They don't track their staff costs. They don't track the processing fees from the payment providers. Most people don't track the chargeback rates, which is also one of the costs that most people don't even realize. So it's very important to get a good overview of all your costs so you literally know the profits. Because if you don't know the actual profit, it's also very hard to maintain a good cash flow situation and make also like an estimation how much you can scale the next month. So what you need to do is open the books and find the leaks, because otherwise you can literally die with your business before you even know it. 6 pillars of margin first operations. So you want to be that margin first operator and know exactly what goes in and out your business. So make sure you do a weekly P&L, net margin per SKU, per provider breakdown every Friday or every Monday, and make sure you have the numbers always correct and don't get involved with your emotions. About the SaaS quarterly review, this is not something you need to do every month. Just check every quarter in your bank account which subscriptions you still have, which subscriptions are written off, and make sure that you just review, are you still using them or not? If not, just end the subscription. Also, a lot of people just take directly a yearly subscription because they think that they're going to use the tool for a long time. But what I've seen lately is that there are so many new tools coming nowadays with the coming of AI. So never, even if it's a bit cheaper, never take a tool directly for a year. If you know, for example, that you are going to use it for sure, for example, Klaviyo, which is a quite stable tool. But if you just use the tool like it's a new tool and you're not sure if you're going to use it for the whole year, never take the yearly subscription, because you're literally bound a year to that amount and you pay a lot of upfront, which is also not beneficial for your cash flow situation. So that's very important. You can easily, if you have subscription, recover 200 to 500 euros per month. I'm sure about that if you're for a longer time in Ecom, if you just review every subscription you have currently. Cash flow forecasting, very important that you know what your cash flow, because the worst thing you can do with your Ecom business is scale too fast and then come to that point where you cannot pay your supplier anymore, cannot pay your ads even anymore, and the business is dead. You can better scale a bit less fast and just maintain a stable revenue and profit margin instead of scaling very fast and eventually have to cut down your whole business, because that's super bad for the momentum and yeah, that will not bring you further. Refund and chargeback modeling, very important that you analyze this. As I said, many people go wrong here, so this is something that you should really check into. Payment and currency audit, also very important to track. Inventory and MOQ strategy, this is for the people that use MOQs, that buy stock. If you're a bit further in your business, it's also very recommendable to hire a CFO, someone who has already knowledge about the Ecom space, who had already jobs maybe in Ecom businesses, and who knows exactly how to track everything, because this will save you a lot of head space and also keep way more money in your pockets than you would think initially. So revenue is what you brag about. A lot of people do this, but net margin is what you live on. Most dropshippers confuse the two until the bank tells them the truth. That's the reality. And this is what gurus don't tell you. A 20% refund chargeback rate can flip a 15% margin to 5% or negative. Stripe keeps processing fees on refunds. Chargeback costs are always there, even if you win them. Stripe can reserve 25% for 90 days or even worse. Average SaaS tag for Ecom businesses is 600 to 1200 euros per month. That's on average, but it can be way higher if you're a fan of having a lot of subscriptions here and there for tools. Currency conversion fees are something you need to look into. Moving cash between bank accounts, that's also something. A lot of people in Ecom have multiple bank accounts also to diversify the risks. and also because some bank accounts are better for some countries, for example. But you need to realize that moving the money between bank accounts can also cost you a lot of fees, so you also need to take them into account when calculating your profit in the end of the day. Each payment provider has a different base fee plus percentage fee. Eventually tied up in MOQs isn't an asset, it's locked cash. That's also something to realize. And if you have a leaky P&L, you literally cannot outscale it, because if you don't know your numbers, if you don't know your economics, it's literally impossible to scale to big numbers, because you will come to a dead point for sure. The only KPI that compounds is real margin per order. Alright, next to the fact that we help students with tracking their actual profits, we of course also help them scale and expand their business. So here we have some quick student results. As you can see, Milan with €449 profit in a day, 1.5 weeks from starting with us, absolutely from scratch. Here a 1.2k profit day for Chissa and Bart, which also started a brand from scratch with us. And here we have another resale from someone in our free Discord. Also, if you're looking for an ecom Discord who is more far than just fashion dropshipping and just scaling trash stores, but actually is focused on building something for the long term, check out our Discord. Link is in the description down below. Also, you can join for free every week a Q&A plus value call included with me. I will be there myself. You can ask questions about your ecom business to me. So definitely check it out. You can share results. You can chat in the community chat. You can use our whole ecom network, whether if you're looking for good suppliers, agency ad accounts, Facebook structures, developers, editors, everything is in there literally. If you're looking for more guidance, you can also send me a DM on Instagram, send me VE, and I will talk with you to see if you're the right fit for our one-on-one program. This is where we actually change lives. This is where you can grow the fastest, of course, because you get one-on-one guidance from people who are actually in the game themselves, not people who have done good numbers 3 years ago for like 1 month and then decided to start coaching to fund their lifestyle with it. We are the opposite of that. So check it out. Also check the other videos of my YouTube channel to learn more about ecom. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. See you in the next video. Adios.